Good morning guys, so it's just after 7 o'clock in the morning here in Macedonia. Today we're going to be heading into Ohrid because there's a special celebration to celebrate Epiphany. It basically consists of everyone just jumping into the lake after a cross, and they go and catch the cross, and the person who catches it has good luck for the year. It's absolutely freezing out there today. I can't imagine how cold it's going to be jumping into that lake. I am certainly not doing it. But we're going to go and see who does it and have a little walk around Ohrid after, so let's go and have a look. So we've just got down to the pier with some of the first people here. We don't really know where they're going to be taking off from, so we need to try and work out where the best shot's going to be. We found some film crews, so we're going to try and blend in with them a little bit with our tiny little camera. Yeah, so not really sure what else to say at the minute. There's loads and loads of police around, so maybe we'll go and ask them for some help because we don't really know where we're going to be standing at the minute.
As time passed, the harbour walls began to fill with crowds. Soon, a mixture of people wrapped up warm in hats and scarves and thick winter coats, and people only half-dressed lined the walls and the small beach, readying themselves for the event. The smell of hot rakia and cigarettes were thick in the air, creating a pungent aroma, combining the two traditional elements of a Balkan breakfast. Soon the Orthodox priest arrived in procession, making his way up to the harbour wall, where he was to give a speech to the gathered masses, before symbolically blessing the wooden cross he held in his hand and throwing it into the harbour.
А им на сите што се допира до неа или пијат до неа, осветување, здравје, очистување и благословување. Велемо вас, видете со ваше тебе, утвржение, јавлејќа родителе.
This event happens just once a year, so we were lucky to be able to witness it. Many of the brave locals emerged from the waters bright red, with nothing to warm themselves but hot rakia and towels. The victor was announced, and the crowd began to disperse.
Well, I don't know what you thought of that, but that was absolutely crazy. So cold out there, just standing there, we kind of went numb, didn't we? Like, it's insane. The guys were getting out like so red, it just looked way too cold for me, but it could be a fun to watch. So our plan was, after the event by the lake, to show you around Ohrid, but as you could tell, it's just so busy. It's worse than being in the middle of London, so we decided we're just going to run away and hide for the day actually, and we'll go back tomorrow and hopefully it will be much quieter and we can actually show you around and enjoy it a little bit more.
Unfortunately, our van's no match for these Macedonian roads, and our
dashboard broke last night. But it's okay, Ben's gonna fix it. Most of the fans held together with duct tape and glue anyway. Right, so we're back in Ohrid. Everyone we met in Macedonia insists that we have to check out Ohrid. It's basically the jewel of the country, so we're really excited to go and have a little look around the old town, the bazaar, and check out some of the beautiful churches on the lake today. We found the statue of St. Clement of Ohrid, the saint who gave his name to the city. So we're here in the old bazaar of Ohrid. Now this bazaar is significantly smaller than the one we visited in Skopje for the simple reason that Ohrid was never a site of importance for trade in North Macedonia. However, it was a site of religious and cultural importance, as attested to by the fact that by the end of the 17th century, Ohrid had around 365 churches within the city limits, one for each day of the year. However, there's significantly less now, there's only around 70 left.
So most of the shops here today aren't particularly cultural or traditional. There's actually quite a lot of high-end designer shops here. I think I even just spotted a Victoria's Secret up the road somewhere.
These must be some of the famous Ohrid pearls.
Looks like it.
Wow. So we've been told that Lake Ohrid is one of the few lakes in the entire world where you can get pearls. Now you're probably thinking that they normally come from the sea, and this is right because the pearls here are actually handmade. There's a secret recipe formed at the start of the 1900s, which is only known to two families, and it's a mix of a specific type of fish scales that occur in the lake and seashells. And then they make this and then brush it on to create the pearls. And they're sold everywhere here, but unfortunately over half of them here are now cheap Chinese or Italian rip-offs, which is a bit of a shame.
I think doesn't the Queen as well own some from here?
Yeah.
Or was it the Queen Mother or something?
Queen Elizabeth II
Yeah.
also has some Ohrid pearls.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you too.
Nice to meet you. I like English, British mentality. In general, I grew up with especially American culture.
Oh, okay.
My name is
Ben.
Lucy.
My real name is Riste, R-I-S-T-E. Riste or R-I-S-T-O, Risto. Or in your countries in the USA. I'm in England or Canada. I have aunt and sister-in-law living in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
British, all Macedonian. We moved to British district.
Okay.
I have two uncles in Australia, in Perth.
Oh, wow.
Oh, all over.
Yes. We are very connected with British American culture, not with French. French, no.
No.
No Macedonians. We belong to the same brain, same vision. You know. We should have to support to be together in general.
Oh,
I'm not I'm person who, you know, how can I say, I'm not militaristic, well, not that way, but for the human rights, good missionary, you know, making people freedom,
Yes.
liberty, you know, and Macedonian army is with American, US flag, British and Macedonian. My good neighbor. Joking, kidding. Like, excuse me, an accident. If you're a citizen person in the ruling of the country and government or state department, whatever, or how can you say, deputy or congressman or senator, you should have to be close to the people. Can I tell you, I'm fan of Elvis Presley. I'm fan of rock and roll.
Yeah, me too.
Us too.
50, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
Nice to meet you. Yes. I'm very glad, yes. I'm too much sensitive.
Nice to meet you.
If I like, I hold, and I'm Christian, very deep, religious, my mom. I hold and kiss a man and woman because we are human beings. But
Of course.
Christianity, they don't choose.
No.
It doesn't mean that about you understand me wrong
Yeah,
things.
I understand.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless
Nice to meet
Thank you
you.
for your time.
I wish you.
Well, what a lovely, interesting guy we just met. He was really informative. I kind of know more about Elvis Presley now than I've ever known.
The life lessons that Elvis Presley
Yeah.
can teach.
He's a very passionate guy, really, really lovely to speak to him. So he's just told us the directions to St. John's Church.
Yeah, the one on the lake.
The famous lake that's the famous church that's overlooking the lake. So yeah, we're just going to walk up there and try and warm up a bit because standing still for just like 10 minutes, we're basically frozen now. Why do old things always have to be at the top of a hill?
So many steps.
But have a look at that nice view behind us. It's going to be pretty cool up here. This is the old town of Ohrid, right up on this hill here with the fortress. I'm actually holding my hands up. I had no idea this place was even here, so it's kind of cool to go and have a little look around.
The Old Town district of Ohrid is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with archaeological remains dating from as far back as the Bronze Age. Traces of the city's long and colourful history are evident throughout, from its Byzantine churches to its Christian basilicas, all overlooking the crystal clear waters of Lake Ohrid, surrounded by the city's ancient fortified walls.
We'll just say I think that might be it for our cultural day out in Ohrid because the camera's just getting killed by the cold weather. Unfortunately, the battery doesn't hold up, and little old Lucy here bought the wrong cable for the camera, so unfortunately we've got no battery left. So yeah, we might just have to end it here, but it's been a really nice day and we've met some nice people, and
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed what we've had to show you of Ohrid
exactly.
and that the Macedonians appreciate it.
Anyway, see you later.